Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. Now today I'm super excited because I finally got my hands on the Xiaomi 12S Ultra. Now this phone needs no more introduction. A lot of you guys know that this phone is really hyped up because of that 1-inch sensor. It's also made together with LEICA. So in today's video, think of this as sort of a first impressions, first hands-on kind of thing with the 12S Ultra. Now I've actually played with the 11 Ultra back then, I think almost a year ago, and I was super impressed by that camera. So very excited for this year's Ultra. Now before we start off the video, of course I want to share with you a very quick unboxing process. I won't go through the entire process, but I'm just going to let you know that, to be honest, it was a little bit underwhelming because it did not come with a lot of cool stuff in the box. Now basically, of course, you do get the phone itself. You actually get a very typical kind of silicone case. We've seen other brands coming out with even better casings in the box, but yeah, this one is like super basic. In terms of your charger, you get a 67-watt charger, and of course you get a Type-C cable, and that's pretty much everything that came in the box. There's literally no other special goodies. Alright, never mind. Anyways, we're here to really talk about the 12S Ultra, and mine is this very amazing looking color. Now let me talk a little bit about this phone. When I first received or first unwrapped this device, first impressions is that it smells good. I don't really say that about any other phones, but that's probably because of that synthetic leather that we have at the back. The reason why I also went with this color is because I found it a little bit more unique compared to the black version. So this one here, in my opinion, looks a little bit more minimalist. You still have that sort of like gold chrome thing going on around the lens. I'm not a huge fan of that golden chrome thing, but I noticed that it is very similar to my own camera lens, so that's fine. Apart from that, the main star of the show here is of course that LEICA branding at the top, and of course, we must also mention that that sensor at the back here has a very huge camera bump. Now other than that, I also noticed that the frame that we have here is also different in the sense that this is completely golden at the side. Now I'm not a huge fan of gold, but I think this kind of color combination actually kind of works out. And overall, yep, it's quite a hefty phone, although definitely not the heaviest one I've handled. Overall, I think just in terms of the perceived build quality, this is definitely one of the most, or I should say the best build quality smartphone that's been released by Xiaomi in a long time now. So very good stuff there in terms of the build quality as well as that design. Now, in today's video, like I said, it's going to be a first impression, so I want to jump straight and talk about that 1-inch sensor at the back. Now we have two default filters that you can choose from whenever you launch the camera. So you can go with the LEICA Vibrant, or you can go with LEICA Authentic. Now like the name suggests, the Vibrant version comes with a little bit more saturation, and the Authentic one shows you more natural colors, which is the one that I'm going for, and also the kind of samples that you will see in today's video, LEICA Authentic. Now apart from that, there are also 4 built-in LEICA filters into the camera app itself. I did not use it a lot, but I'm going to show you a very quick shot right now so you can see the kind of filters that you can play with using the main camera. Alright, so now let's jump into how did the camera actually perform. How is that 1-inch sensor? Is it really for real, or is it just a gimmick? Well, to be honest, I think it is definitely for real here. So similar to the 11 Ultra of last year, the main good thing about this 1-inch sensor is that you can have those really natural bokeh in the background without even using like portrait mode. Whenever you use portrait mode, sometimes you notice that the bokeh at the back isn't that accurate, but with this 1-inch sensor, the best distance I would say is about an arm's length, and I noticed that the background blur is just so amazing. So we have this really high quality looking kind of image, and some might even think that these kind of images are actually taken with a studio camera of that sort. So definitely very impressed to see that here with the 12S Ultra. Now the second point that I actually noticed here is in terms of the skin tone. So whenever I have a proper lighting faced at myself, the skin tones actually turn out to be very accurate. Now the third thing that I want to point out here is that in terms of the focusing speed, it is blazing fast. So this is just a very quick screen recording that I did earlier on. You can see that it's just so fast to switch from focusing from near objects to further away distance objects. So very fast focusing speeds here. Now the fourth thing that I also experienced here is in terms of the shutter speed. So when taking pictures during the day, I noticed that it was blazing fast. You could be just shaking your hands and all that, or maybe even have a moving object, and you would be able to capture shots that are completely without any motion blur. So that's really impressive here. Definitely one of the fastest shooters I can say for daytime shots. Now the reason why I say daytime shots is because when it happens at night, it is not that quick, although I would say that it is still quicker than the majority of smartphones out there. So again, it's a very fast snapper here. Now moving on to the next point, I noticed again that pictures taken during the night as well also came with a lot of detail. Now it was a very clean image. Just take a look at this sample shot here I took of the Twin Towers last night. It was very late and there were no lights turned on the towers itself. Everything was shut off. And you can see that we have this super clean shot here, guys. What I mean by super clean is that there is minimal noise, there is a lot of detail. Just look in terms of the quality of the image. You can tell that this was taken by, something better than, typical flagship smartphones. So that's great there. On the 12S Ultra. Now naturally I also took some other random shots and I really like the way the Leica authentic kind of images are turning out. Again, pictures these days are really down to your personal preference. You don't have any issues in terms of clarity here, so it's basically really all about the color science going on. Alright, so that's just my quick first impressions with the 1-inch sensor at the back. It's this guy, by the way. I know a lot of people are thinking that it's the one in the middle, but it's actually the one on the left. Apart from that, my first impression so far has been really positive. I really like the way the pictures are showing up. The nice background blur is definitely one of its strongest points here. It definitely beats all the other smartphones just in terms of image quality. And the third thing here I like is just that, that super fast blazing speeds, not just in terms of the shutter speed, but also in terms of that focusing speed, guys. It's just next level. So my basic first impression sum up of the camera here is that it's next level. Alright guys, apart from that, yeah, I should also mention that we have a very gorgeous display at the front. I think it's a 2K if I'm not mistaken, but super clear display. It's still curved on the sides and I did, get a few accidental touches in just that brief usage with the 12S Ultra, but colors are amazing, the clarity is awesome. You get 120Hz refresh rate. Other than that, yes, it does come with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 Plus, so naturally gaming should be quite smooth here without much heat. Apparently it's an optimized processor of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which catches up a lot of heat, but I'll be testing out that more in the full review. I really want to focus mainly on the cameras for now, so that's what I can share with you guys. Alright, I hope you liked today's video. Don't forget to drop a like and sub to the channel if you want to see more content like this. If you have further questions or if there are anything that you want me to check out or test for you on the 12S Ultra, feel free to leave your feedback down below. I'm more than happy to help you out. And of course, I do hope to see all of you guys in the next one. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.